Secret three, executive function skills can be taught. They are not fixed. So, whatever you've been told, these skills can be taught. Many parents believe that poor executive function is permanent struggle for children with ADHD or with any neurodivergence, right? But the hidden secret is that they can be strengthened with intentional practice and support. Exactly what I do as a learning and life success coach, supporting children who need this help. I could have a whole workshop on just this. In fact, maybe I will. I could have a whole workshop on all these topics. I have so much to say. But the these skills can be taught. These are the real core of how to help your child without medicine. There are many, many, many aspects to helping your child without medicine. That's the holistic approach. ADHD is a challenge of executive functioning skills. So this is a huge one. Please pay attention. Lean in if you are distracted right now. All right. So ADHD kids may naturally struggle with tasks like planning, organizing, and managing time. Those are executive functioning skills. But these are the skills that can be developed, just like learning to ride a bike or learning how to read. So, why are executive functioning so important for ADHD kids? Executive functions are like the brain's command center. They help manage tasks, prioritize, and regulate behavior. For children with ADHD, this part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, doesn't work efficiently, making it hard to stay organized, start tasks, or remember instructions. Let me say that again because I feel like that's something really, really important to hear. This is the brain's command center. These executive functions are the brain's command center. Like a GPS in a car, it navigates you to where you want to go. Their GPS is not working so great. It's on the fritz. These functions help manage tasks, prioritize, and regulate behavior. You get a lot of that question, right? Why is my child acting this way? Why are they acting up? Why are they behaving this way? Here we go. So for children with ADHD, this part of the brain, and I remember when my son got diagnosed and they said he's got a prefrontal cortex processing delay. I was like, what? Speak English, please? Huh? I did not understand. So I'm here to break it down. This area of their brain does not work well. It makes it hard. This is the part I really want you to hear. Hard to stay organized, start tasks, or remember instructions. So you think, why have I told you this 10 times? Why am I repeating myself? This is why. Okay. We'll get onto this more, but I just really want you to hear that. Challenges. Challenges are often due to underdeveloped executive functioning skills, not laziness or lack of effort. These challenges, like forgetting homework, getting overwhelmed by multiple step tasks, or failing to follow through on promises, are often due to underdeveloped executive functioning skills. Please hear that. It's not laziness, it's not lack of effort. It's just because their brain isn't there yet. Step by step, you will have to do this to train their brain, and we can do it through neurological development. Because the good news is executive function skills can be taught and strengthened over time. Like I said, this is not an overnight solution. Just as we teach children to read by giving them structured practice, we can teach your child with ADHD how to organize themselves and manage tasks with the right tools. We can do it. We can teach them. It's going to be amazing. All right, let's talk more about that. What does that mean? I'm going to give you some frameworks. There's many, many, many. And like I said, I could do tons of workshops on this or courses. So let's just talk about some that have been really proven, research backed, and they work. The PSO framework, a simple, effective method to build executive function skills. This stands for plan, set, organize. This framework is a simple and structured way for parents to guide their child in developing executive function skills and can be customized based on your child's needs because what did I just say in secret number 2? We need to be flexible. So step 1. Step 1 is plan. Teaching your child to plan means helping them break down the tasks into smaller, manageable steps. It's important because your child often feels overwhelmed when looking at a large or complicated task. If you were to say, clean your room, and then you're mad they never clean their room, what's wrong with them? Well, yeah, of course it is. You need to tell them in small steps. Put away all your socks. Put away all your pink socks. Whatever it takes to break it down into smaller steps. Try that with your child. See what works. Checklists on the door, visual reminders. All of these steps are amazing in helping your child. So without breaking into pieces, they don't know where to start. It feels daunting to them, and they may avoid the task altogether. So what should you do? Like I said, visual aids, checklists, calendars to help your child see what needs to be done. Teach them to create a to-do list for older children, like school assignments or even daily chores. Start with small 2 to 3 steps. Again, older children should have a planner from school. If they don't have a planner, please get them one. Have them write their assignments in there, have them write what they did for the day, have them write any information for each class if they're older. Please, if your child's teacher is not insisting that they have a physical written planner, please get one and check it daily. Planners are so essential. As you know, probably being an adult, you have some type of calendar or planner or schedule. So for older children, you can reverse engineer a project, starting with the due date and planning backwards to schedule out smaller tasks. All right, let's go into step number 2. Step number 2 was set. So we did plan, set. Set refers to setting up routines, timers, and goals to help your child stay on track. This is important because your child struggles with self-regulation and time management. Have you noticed that? They think it's been 5 minutes, it's really been half an hour, or vice versa. They can easily lose track of time or hyper focus on one thing, making it difficult to stay on task or finish within a reasonable time frame. So what do? Establishing timers for different activities. For example, set a 15-minute timer for homework, followed by 5 minutes of movements. We also talked about 20 minutes, whatever the age appropriate time is based on your child's needs. It creates a sense of urgency and structure. Introduce the idea of time blocking. That's chunking time into focused work sessions and relaxation periods. We talked about this earlier. This makes tasks feel more manageable and less daunting. And of course, end it with rewards. To keep motivation high, for instance, your child completes 3 tasks, they earn a bigger break, or they get technology, or they get a fun activity. So add in those rewards. It doesn't have to be a huge reward, but something, as we talked about earlier, this Pomodoro method, as they work more, they get a longer break with a nice reward. So that is set. And finally, organize. Organizing involves creating systems and environments that make it easier for your child to succeed. This is important because your child often gets distracted by clutter or can't remember where they put important things like school materials, which causes stress and further disorganization. I can't tell you as a teacher how many times I had to say, look in the bottom of your backpack. That crumpled piece of paper is probably the assignment you want to turn in. They might have done the assignment, but they failed to turn it in. So keeping a structure, and let's talk about what to do. Help your child create dedicated spaces for different activities. For instance, a clean desk for schoolwork, a specific drawer for school supplies, or even color-coded folders for each subject, or even just one folder. But I can't tell you the number of students that have been so successful by just having their work put into a folder. So you train them, talk to the teacher, make sure all important documents go in the blue folder, and the blue folder you check every single day for their work. Did you turn it in? Did the teacher add papers to it? Keeping a consistent folder will be an amazing lifesaver. You won't open up your parent portal and see, oh my God, why do you have 10 missing assignments? We did those assignments. Oh, wait, they're at the bottom of your backpack? You'll save yourself that anxiety. Trust me. Use visual schedules or weekly planners that can be posted on the wall where your child will see what's expected of them each day. I really am a firm believer in these planners, these physical planners that you can see them write in. You could even have the teacher sign off, making sure, did Johnny write in the planner for your class? Great, sign it, teacher, please, that this is what you did. These are the assignments. Really helps them get into that habit, that routine. And as they get more independent, they can do it on their own. Practice the habit of clean up before moving on. Oh, this is a huge one, right? I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. I promise. Even my adult ADHD brain says that, right? But before switching tasks, have your child put away what they're working on. This helps keep their environment and their mind organized. And still to this day, I work on that with my son, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Like I said, none of this is overnight. It takes time. Okay, so how can you support executive functioning development? Be a coach. Like I'm a coach. You can also be a coach. You don't always have to be the parent. Guide your child through planning, setting, and organizing tasks until they're built the habit of doing it independently. It takes time and patience, but with your support, they'll get there. And of course, I'm always here too. So there's a coach by your side, there's a coach by their side, just helping them and not always being their parent will be so helpful. And stay consistent but flexible, as we've talked about. The PSO framework should be applied regularly, but adapt to what works best for your child. Celebrate small wins and progress, and adjust the system as needed. And model the behavior. Show your child how you use planning, time setting, and organizing in your own life. And if you don't, time to do this quickly before they are learning bad habits from you. Children often learn by example, and seeing you apply the same techniques, which I'm sure you do, will help them understand the value and why they should do it. And lastly, our long-term benefits. The long-term benefits. When parents consistently use the PSO framework, your child begins to internalize these skills, developing stronger executive functioning over time. Your child becomes more independent, more confident, and better equipped to handle the demands of school and everyday life without needing to rely on medication for focus and organization. So I hope that PSO framework really helped you. And I hope all of these skills have helped you immensely. I really want to thank you so much. Like I said, I have so many more ideas, so many ideas to put into my podcast, worksheets, a larger course, workshops. Oh my goodness, I could go on and on. So I think the next step will be to enroll in my workshop, and that is coming up. And I just really would love your feedback on topics that you would like to see. I quit my job teaching in a school so that I could help parents thrive and help children thrive and be the best students they can be and the best future citizens they can be. So I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to seeing you in upcoming workshops where I'll go into greater detail. And I just look forward to hearing from you. I hope these little secrets have helped and these tips and tricks have given you some insight that maybe you didn't know before. And I'm in your corner rooting for you all the way. Take care. Bye bye.